A wave of shock and disbelief swept across the nation on July 13, 2024, as a campaign rally headlined by former President Donald Trump was disrupted by gunfire. The incident, which took place at a packed outdoor venue in Dallas, Texas, has left 2 people dead, including the suspected shooter. This event has once again brought the issue of political violence and security concerns to the forefront of the national conversation. The rally, part of Trump's ongoing campaign for the 2024 presidential election, was in full swing when the sound of gunshots pierced the air. The crowd, estimated to be in the thousands, was listening to Trump's speech when the chaos erupted. Panic ensued as people scrambled for safety, unsure of the source of the gunfire or the extent of the threat. The incident serves as a stark reminder of the volatile political climate in the United States. With the 2024 election approaching, tensions are high across the political spectrum. This event is likely to fuel further debate about gun control, security measures at political events, and the rhetoric used by political leaders and their supporters. Within moments of the first shots, chaos erupted in the crowd. The Secret Service, tasked with protecting the former president, acted swiftly and decisively. Their immediate priority was to secure Trump's safety and evacuate him from the area. Videos circulating on social media show Secret Service agents rushing Trump off the stage and into a secure location. The crowd, initially stunned into silence, quickly descended into panic as the gravity of the situation became clear. People could be seen running in all directions, desperate to escape the perceived threat. Some sought cover behind barriers and vehicles, while others simply dropped to the ground, hoping to avoid becoming a target. The rapid response of the Secret Service, honed by years of experience and rigorous training, undoubtedly prevented a potentially catastrophic outcome. Their swift action ensured the safety of the former president and likely saved lives by minimizing the time the shooter had to inflict further harm. In the immediate aftermath of the shooting, conflicting reports and rumors flooded social media, adding to the confusion and fear. Law enforcement officials worked quickly to secure the area and establish the facts of the incident. It was soon confirmed that 2 people, the suspected shooter and a member of the audience, had sustained fatal gunshot wounds. The shooter, whose identity has not yet been released pending notification of next of kin, was neutralized at the scene. While details surrounding the shooter's death remain unclear, law enforcement sources have indicated that the individual was killed in the exchange of gunfire. The second fatality, a man attending the rally, was tragically caught in the crossfire. Despite the best efforts of first responders, he succumbed to his injuries shortly after arriving at a local hospital. The names of both victims are being withheld until their families can be notified.
One minute we were listening to Trump speak, the next it was like a war zone, recounted one visibly shaken attendee. People were pushing and shoving, just trying to get away. I saw a woman fall and get trampled. It was awful.
I heard the pops, and at first, I thought it was fireworks. Then I saw people running, and I knew something was terribly wrong. The incident has left many questioning how such a brazen attack could occur at a heavily guarded event.
Local law enforcement agencies, in conjunction with the FBI and the Secret Service, have launched a full-scale investigation into the shooting. Authorities are working to piece together a timeline of events, determine the shooter's motive, and ascertain how the individual managed to breach security measures. This is an active and ongoing investigation, stated Dallas Police Chief Edward Walker in a press conference held hours after the incident. We are working tirelessly to gather all available evidence and will provide updates as the situation develops. Chief Walker declined to speculate on the shooter's motive or comment on any potential security lapses, emphasizing the need to conduct a thorough and impartial investigation. He urged anyone with information about the incident to come forward and assist the authorities in their efforts.
In the wake of the shooting, former President Trump, who was unharmed in the incident, addressed the nation from a secure location. Visibly shaken but resolute, Trump condemned the violence and expressed his condolences to the families of the victims. "This act of evil is a stain on our democracy," Trump stated solemnly. We must never allow violence to become a normalized part of our political discourse. He pledged his full cooperation with law enforcement agencies and vowed to bring those responsible to justice. Trump's address, while brief, served to reassure the nation that he was safe and to call for unity in the face of tragedy. He refrained from making any partisan statements, choosing instead to focus on the victims and the need for national healing.
Section 7, Security Breach, a detailed examination of the incident. As the investigation progresses, authorities are focusing on understanding how the shooter managed to breach security at the rally. The Secret Service, renowned for its stringent protective measures, will be conducting an internal review to identify any potential lapses in protocol or areas for improvement. Preliminary reports suggest that the shooter may have gained access to the event by scaling a perimeter fence. Authorities are reviewing surveillance footage and interviewing witnesses to determine the exact point of entry and whether the individual acted alone. The incident has raised serious questions about the adequacy of security measures at political rallies, particularly in the current climate of heightened political tensions. Experts anticipate a comprehensive review of security protocols for such events, with a focus on enhancing screening procedures, crowd control measures, and emergency response plans.
Section 8, National Security Concerns, the Aftermath and Implications. The shooting at the Trump rally has sent shockwaves throughout the United States, raising profound concerns about the state of political discourse and the safety of public figures. This incident, coming at a time of deep political division, has reignited the debate surrounding gun control, political violence, and the role of rhetoric in inciting violence. The fact that a former president was the target of this attack adds another layer of complexity to the situation. It underscores the very real dangers faced by those in positions of power and the potential for political violence to destabilize democratic societies. This event serves as a stark reminder of the importance of vigilance and the need for a collective effort to address the root causes of political violence. It is imperative that leaders from across the political spectrum condemn violence unequivocally and engage in constructive dialogue to address the divisions that plague the nation. Section 9, The Road Ahead, Campaigning in the Shadow of Violence. The shooting in Dallas has cast a long shadow over the 2024 presidential campaign, raising questions about the feasibility of holding large-scale rallies in the current climate. It remains to be seen how this incident will impact the tone and tenor of the campaign moving forward. Security concerns are likely to be paramount in the minds of candidates and their teams as they plan future events. Increased security measures, including more stringent screenings, metal detectors, and a visible police presence, are likely to become the norm at campaign rallies and other political gatherings. The challenge for candidates will be to strike a balance between ensuring the safety of their supporters and maintaining an open and accessible campaign environment. The threat of violence cannot be allowed to stifle political discourse, but it must be acknowledged and addressed proactively. Section 10, A Nation Divided, the Incident and Its Impact on the 2024 Election. The shooting at the Trump rally has once again exposed the deep divisions that exist within American society. This tragic event is likely to have a profound impact on the 2024 presidential election, shaping the national conversation and influencing voter perceptions. It is too early to say with any certainty how this incident will affect the outcome of the election. Some analysts believe it could galvanize Trump's base, portraying him as a victim of political violence and fueling support for his candidacy. Others speculate that it could lead to a backlash against political extremism, prompting voters to seek out more moderate alternatives. Regardless of the political ramifications, one thing is clear: the shooting in Dallas is a national tragedy that demands a collective response. It is a stark reminder of the fragility of democracy and the importance of upholding civil discourse and respecting differing viewpoints.